We have to remember that we're operating in the 7th year of an opioid crisis in our province. We have a housing and affordable housing and a labor crunch.
Well, when the personal attacks are increasing, that it's proportional to the lack of ideas that actually help Canadians. When you look at housing supply, we're the party that has enabled more Canadians to access affordable housing, as well as more access to the dream of Canadian home ownership through the first-time home buyer tax-free savings account, a 1% tax on vacant, non-Canadian, non-residential real estate, as well as building more housing supply through the Housing Accelerator Fund. Throughout all, then come here and pretend that they care.
Go. But the camp is a contentious fixture in the neighborhood, and it's a clear display of the homelessness crisis.
Not working, Mr. Horgan. So when do you stop? When do you stop pursuing a dead end? We need to end these lawless camps and tent cities.
You don't have solutions, Andrew. If you had them, you would have implemented them in the 16 years that you had. The problem got worse, not better on your watch. Despite our best efforts, it seems to the public that this is getting out of control.
Mr. Speaker, it feels like it's deja vu all over again. We spent years in opposition fighting against the Stephen Harper ideological approach that stood against harm reduction, that allowed people to die in the streets, that criminalized drug users. Mr. Speaker, that failed, and Canadians chose a different path in 2017, one grounded in evidence and science and compassion and a health approach to treating addictions, not a justice system approach to treating victims.
This is where some in Montreal call home a temporary shelter under the Ville-Marie Expressway just west of Atwater, but soon the encampment will be dismantled. Sûreté de Québec will enforce evictions of residents here on Thursday at 10 a.m.
Police moved in on Trinity Bellwoods, Lamport Stadium and Alexander Park with horses and a show of force after the encampments grew.
By mid-afternoon, things quickly turned violent near the corner of Hastings and Main. A large crowd faced off with police before punches were thrown and projectiles aimed at officers. It started after Carnegie Centre staff called police.
The only thing that has been exempt from the Prime Minister's inflation is the powerful drugs that are killing people because he's subsidizing them and flooding them into our streets. Will the Prime Minister finally put an end to the deadly policies he's put in place that are killing our people?
We will not take any lessons from that ideologically driven, fact-free Conservative Party of Canada.